Hello, soul loves. It's Kimberly with Celestial Juju, and we got some Celestial Juju going on. We're going to talk about this full moon in Virgo. And honestly, I did a lot already. The weekly thing that I did, I talked about it on it and the connection with the planets and what was going on with this full moon. But today we're going to dedicate the time to it. So I'm going to go through what this energy is about, the reflection of the other planetary influences, uh, what to release. This is about clarity and releasing. So we'll dive in to your sign, the house that it's in for you, and what's up for you to release, and what's your healing modality. Well, maybe not modality. I don't know if that's the correct word, but your healing insight for you that can help you integrate this energy. So, this full moon is by its name is the snow moon, which supposedly the names of the moons came from the native, Americans, but the moon is everywhere. So I'm not real sure about that, but maybe that's just the name that it's here. I don't know. I don't know the history of that. But anyway, the reason it was called the snow moon was because it was the time of year, the moon, because they went by the moons. They didn't have this kind of calendar that we all go by. They didn't have Google Calendar. So they named the moons by what was going on in their environment. And this was the snow moon because it was when there was the most snow, supposedly in Canada and, the Americas. I guess not down in Mexico. Anyway, that's the story, the myth that goes with this. So the reason I was talking about that, it just shows how times have changed. Now we have Google Calendar, and look what we've done to the environment. I mean, it's like I'm in Kentucky, and the weather is always crazy here, but it was 25 last night, and right now it's 61. It's not the month now that has the most snow. It was when I was a kid. It's not been that many years ago. I'd say 40 years ago that we still had a lot of snow then. And if just a few years ago, it didn't snow till February around here. So, I got buttercups up everywhere. So, anyway, I'm just in this reflection energy of this as I was doing this today and thinking about the energy. So, we're going to dive deep in to some guidance around here and what this illumination, the casting of the light on the path from the dreams to reality, and what's it's urging us to cleanse in both our spaces and our spirits. So, Virgo is the symbol of details, attention. It's earthy, it's pragmatic, it hosts this full moon. It represents a unique opportunity to harmonize your inner and outer worlds. It's known for its organizational energies. The Virgo's influences encourages us to declutter not just our physical spaces, but also through our emotional landscapes and making room for future growth and prosperity. So this is further amplified by the beautiful connection that it has to Jupiter, the planet of luck, which promises us to ease our journeys towards letting go and embracing abundance and wait that's waiting on the horizon. However, the serene light of this full moon casts shadows that beckon our attention. It's not just about clearing out the confronting what we've long avoided or neglected. This full moon doesn't shy away from this seriousness. Saturn's present in Pisces is reminding us of the cold, hard spiritual lessons at play. It's about internal solutions, brutally honest realizations, encouraged to face the music of our own making. The cosmic dance during this period is intricate, with Mercury and Saturn aligning in Pisces, bringing depth of emotional and mental reflection that can feel overwhelming but profoundly transformative. This alignment encourages us to face the challenges, to navigate through the restrictions, the discipline, the karmic lessons, the lessons that Saturn so sternly tutors to us. All the while, Mercury speeds up our thoughts and urging the progress of productivity. Oh boy, have I been in that energy. I have definitely been feeling that this week. Okay. So it isn't about new beginnings, but it's about clarity. It's about completions. It's about revelations. And this full moon doesn't look too fun. It's pretty serious. And with the sun in Pisces opposite the moon in Virgo, it's highlighting the cold, hard spiritual lessons that need the internal solutions rather than external fixes. The sun's conjunct with Saturn in Pisces brings a seriousness and a focus on emotional meaningfulness to what we're releasing, what are we finishing. And then with Mercury here too, it's about receiving brutally honest information or data driving this realization. Venus is conjunct with Mars. That happens on the 22nd, and that's going to be going on like for 3 days. And so the full moon is actually on the 24th. However, when we're in that energy, we're already in it like 2 days before and 2 days after to that main energy of that. And then the energy last this is like a 2-week window, but this window actually started back September when it was the new moon. So what were you doing back in September when you set your intentions with the Virgo new moon? Because now you're at the accumulation of the Virgo full moon. Okay, Venus is conjunct with Mars in Aquarius, adds unbiased neutral coldness to the situation. While square to Jupiter, it introduces a positive outlook towards the actions that we're taking. Cryon still on the north node, indicating triggered moment about something that we've been insecure about, and we're now stepping up to address it logically. This full moon is about getting real with mental health, with spirituality, and cutting ties with toxicity to embrace more authentic identity and to make healthier choices in relationships, work, and personal habits. This period of stark realizations and transitions make or break a moment that demands that we confront what doesn't work and that we make way for what will. It's about correcting past mistakes and finding new harmony, often after necessary clash. For Virgo's energy is through healing and it carries an edge. The involvement of Jupiter in Taurus offers a cushion, promising any difficulties faced during this lunation will be buffered and allows us to merge with greater stability and comfort. So let's dive into some important planetary events over the next 2 weeks, starting with Mars making a hard angle with the expansive Jupiter on the 27th. This aspect triggers vital but agitated energies, suggesting for time for us to optimize, but also caution against impulsive decisions. And this energy is particularly favorable for starting new projects or jobs. But moderation is the key. On the 27th, also on the 27th, the moon in Libra goes void course for unusually long time from this is a Pacific time, even though I'm in Central, from 10:22 a.m. until 7 10 p.m. So adjust that to your time zone. So that's a really long void. And so when the moon's in void, sometimes energy just sits still. It's like going to the, when you you're trying to go in somewhere and the automatic door doesn't open. It's like the door doesn't open. So it's time to go set and go do something else. Okay. During this period, it's best to stick to routine tasks as the energy's flat and unproductive for starting new projects. On the 28th, the discerning Mercury and the powerful Sun align with Saturn, marking the day of great responsibilities. It's a good time for accomplishments in the organization, but not for launching new projects. On March the 1st, the Sun's sextile to expansive Jupiter is offering optimistic energy, growth, and a positive spin on travel, education, and publishing. On the 3rd, Venus is at a hard angle to Uranus, could make or shake up relationships or lead to unexpected social gatherings. This aspect emphasizes the need for freedom and could spark impromptu parties and new friendships. March 4th, we see Mercury sextile with Uranus, opening us up to new progressive ideas, less fear of technology, and it's a day for thinking out of the box and being more progressive with our plans. On the 8th, Mercury aligns with Neptune, offering a spectrum of possibilities from being highly creative and inspired to being distracted or prone to misinterpretations. Careful communication is crucial and avoid misunderstandings. The 9th is marked by the Sun in harmony with Uranus, encouraging innovative thinking and breaking free from restrictions. However, Mars, at that hard angle with Uranus, brings enormous amount of dynamic energy, potentially leading to the desire to break free from any stuck situations, relationships, or jobs. This explosive energy is the tone leading to the next new moon on the 10th of March, emphasizing progressiveness, inventiveness, and motivation to embrace changes and freedoms. Okay, so now we're going to dive into all signs. And right before we dive into all signs, I'm going to do my little public service announcement. So go back and watch the one for this week. What I don't remember what I'll put it on here. It'll tell you more about what the energy was and the deep dive into the different planetary stuff. And what else have I done? Well, I'm going to do one for the month and then another one for next week. But this is a 2-week thing for the moon itself, and you can go back and watch the new moon to see what your intentions were you were planning. So now let's dive into all signs. Okie dokie. I am Kimberly Crow. I am a Western astrologer. I'm playing the role as that. And I am using whole sign system for this energy analysis. So listen up to your rising sign. It's what you came in to arise, to be, to embody. Your sun sign. It's your birthday, baby. It's the sun that you came in under. It's the sun that you shine in. It's what you shine out into the world and what's reflected back to you. It could be your father figure in your chart. Male authority figures could show up there too. And with these transits, and the moon, it's your mood, it's your mind, your mood, it's your mood ring that you wear, that you decide what the mood of the collective is and how it reflects to you through your mind. It's how you want to be nurtured, and it could be your mother in your chart. So listen up to all three of them: your rising, your sun, and your moon, or somebody else's if that's what you choose to do. So here we go. Aries. There comes a time for recognition, and you've been waiting for it. Aries, this full moon in Virgo highlights your sixth house of daily routines and responsibilities. You've reached your limit with personal and professional obligations. Perhaps you just finished a big presentation, a fundraiser, event, or something for a loved one. Now it's time for others to acknowledge how much effort this required of you. Any case, you'll be craving a rest. You'll want to prioritize your health and well being by booking something, a massage, something for you. Saying no to an invite so that you can spend the evening reading. You're feeling grateful for the shift and gratitude in your daily responsibilities, and you have more spaciousness in your everyday life. So, what you're letting go of, what it's time to let go of. It's time to close a chapter related to work, to health, possibly due to a new realization or even a diagnosis, urging significant lifetime shifts. Or you don't want the diagnosis to come in, but that's what could be. So, to avoid that, you're full moon self-care practice for this time period. It is times of transition create room for changing your routine or your habits. Pick something you wanted to incorporate into your daily life, like a morning walk, evening meditation, and bring it into the mix under this full moon energy. Enjoy, Aries. Okay, Taurus. Under this full moon in Virgo, your dreams are coming into reality. This moon lights up your fifth house of creativity, romance, pleasure, and bringing your attention to a passion project or a romantic relationships. Perhaps you finally are ready to redesign your website or to launch your first online course, or maybe someone shows up to lend a hand to you that you needed to achieve your goal. Matters of the heart. If you're dating, or you may feel ready to express some deeper feelings or explore a connection, this could be where it's headed. If you are partnered, you could be feeling nostalgia for passion that initially drew you into with this significant other. So, what you are letting go of, what's up for you? Romantic or creative endeavors that no longer serve your best interests are coming to an end, and it's making way for fulfilling pursuits for you. And you're healing energy to bring in for your self-care practice. Take yourself out to dinner or plan a fun evening with friends doing something that you enjoy. This is an important moment to bask in the gratitude that you have for the life that you have cultivated. Okay, Gemini. You ready to move on, Gemini? The full moon lands in your fourth house of home, family, foundations, pushing an emotional family situation to a climax. You might need to set or reinforce some boundaries with family or members or a lover. You've tried, you're tired. You're tired. You're tired of continuing patterns that keep you stagnated and are ready to make a change. While you're sorting through sensitive and potentially triggering waves in your personal life, and your professional life is also experiencing a lot of tension and action. You may be up for a new role or promotion, or feel ready to move on from your current job. So, what you're ready to let go of is some family home matters that are under the spotlight, encouraging moves or conclusion to some toxic ties, paving the way for fresher environment. So your self-care practice, do deep clean of your home. Scrub every corner, dust every nook, every cranny, cleaning up. And tending to your physical space can help you support your emotional healing under these moonbeams. Okay, Cancer. You're ready to share what's on your mind. Cancer, as the full moon in Virgo moves through your third house of communication, learning, and contracts. On ongoing negotiations may reach an agreement, and perhaps you're feeling up to having more serious discussions about your future. If you've been learning a skill, like, say, baking or playing a guitar, maybe it's also a mark of a moment of maturing and achieving. It's ongoing development for you. So the energy that you're ready to let go of is in communication, whether it's through concluding a writing project or revamping your daily routines. It calls for attention and aiming to eliminate time wasters out of your life. Your self-care practice that can help with this is setting boundaries that may not be fun, but under this lunation, you'll benefit from expressing your needs, your desires, your communication skills, and discernment are reliable today. And speaking your truth can bring relief, Cancer. Leo, ongoing financial matter is coming to a close. As the full moon activates your second house of income, resources, and livelihood, you could gain clarity about new work opportunity or promotion and how it'll impact your career path. This lunation can also coincide with making a major purchase, like under the desk treadmill that you've always had your eye on, or even settling some debt. Okay. Or someone in your life could surprise you with a thoughtful gift. At the same time, you're also feeling more confident in unique talents and skills that you may have under the table. So, what you're ready to let go of financial habits or income methods that have been less than responsible or urged to transform and inviting more security and stability. Your self care practice is abundance mindset. So let go of those any money mindset limiting beliefs. And if you've drifted into scarcity territory, this full moon invites you to look around and appreciate all the positive things, big and small, in your world. Having people to support you, a warm bed to sleep in at night, and a morning coffee are all the reasons to be in gratitude. Virgo, you're done with excuses. Virgo, the full moon is in your sign. It ultimates your first house of self. It's your moon. It's the moon you have for this year. It's your big full moon for you. It's self identity, it's your ambitions. Your relationships are under review, and it's time for you to share your side of the story and level out the playing field. If you've been too self sacrificing, this lunation urges you to assert your needs and your boundaries. With the moon moving through your sign, you could also experience personal revelation that leaves you feeling sensitive yet grateful for your own growth. So, what you're ready to let go of, or what will bring in that self healing? This moment for you is shedding inauthentic skins, embracing your true self, and making healthier relationship choices. And your self healing practice is think back to September the 15th when there was a new moon in Virgo. What were you initiating? What was your focus around at that time? Have any of your goals come to fruition? Take some time to witness your personal and professional accomplishments from the past 6 months. Do inventory. Be grateful for who you are. Yeah, let your past self be grateful to the future self that you are now. Okay. Okay, Libra. It's time to let go, Libra. This full moon stirs up some activity in your 12th house. It's the house of the subconscious, the mind, closure, spirituality, and solitude. You may be closing out a cycle, perhaps ending a relationship, or coming to terms with a habit you need to kick. This can feel overwhelming. As you move through the season of healing, you'll find support and answers from within when you make time for rest and solitude, allowing yourself to feel the full spectrum of emotions will expedite your healing. Okay, so your let go of that can bring your self healing to you, and energy for that is things around your mental health and spirituality are going to come into focus for you, encouraging the end of these addictive behaviors and some unhelpful spiritual practices. So your self-care practice is resist your urge to be the social butterfly and recharge your social battery. Instead, rest when it's necessary and how to facilitate more stability and balance. That is too funny, you all. I had to buy a new battery today for my car because it kept not starting. So it's time. It's telling me you need to recharge. Okay. Okay, Scorpios. You may have some newsworthy sharing as this full moon lands in your 11th house of community, friendships, and hopes and dreams for the future. There's celebratory energy in the air. A goal that you've worked tirelessly toward may reach an exciting turning point. Maybe you maybe you secure an investor or land first pieces of press. Okay, it's time for you to get your stuff out there. Or maybe you just have some fun plans scheduled with friends and people who make you feel seen. This is also an alignment time to share your ideas, your passion projects with a larger audience and to ask for support from your network. And luck is on your side. And your let go of is it's time to reconsider your social circles, possibly ending memberships or associations that no longer align with your path. Your self healing energy for your self-care practices, call upon a friend you haven't heard from in a while. And if you don't have to wait to schedule FaceTime or plan time to connect to, just reach out. Let them know how grateful you are for them and to leave them with a sweet voicemail of your appreciation. Okay, Sagittarius, you're so over other people's projections. This full moon in Virgo shines a light on your 10th house of accomplishment, public reputation, career, and milestones. If you felt bogged down by other people's expectations of you and where your life should be headed today, you may break free from feeling that you need to live for others. You've also been reaching new status, whether it's at work or in your social life. Manifestations that put you out into the world 6 months ago are materializing before your eyes. And you're finally receiving recognition that you deserve. So, your let go of, Sagittarius, is career and professional roles are undergoing significant changes, urging you to leave behind what's beneath you for greener pastures. Your self healing practice care for this time period is make a list of things you feel like you should do or have to do that ultimately don't spark a sense of excitement within you. Next to each one of those items, write the name of someone who expects that from you. Then rip it up, tear the paper up, and throw the pieces into the garbage outside of your home. Get rid of it. Okay, energy that no longer serves you. Capricorns, you're craving new scenery. The full moon moves you through your ninth house of travel, wisdom, and perspective, beliefs, and education. Whether it's a physical change of scenery or mental shift, this lumination delivers a clarity, reality check through new information and experiences. You may be on a trip of a lifetime, or perhaps you've just finished booking your travel plans. This full moon can also mark a moment of you sharing your expertise through publishing, podcasting, or broadcasting, or otherwise receiving more attention for your wisdom, your skills, and your unique voice and perspective. Your let go of during this time period is connected to study, travel, or connections to foreign lands are highlighted and encouraged in endings or completions for you that pave the way for new learning experiences. And your self care practice for this month is this just time for you to do a little get rid of some things, some spiritual practice, and using books for oh no, bringing those in. Think about okay, I got it. Think about a question about a life topic which you may want some guidance on, and then pick up a book that you've been meaning to read for the past 6 months. Flip through the pages randomly, stop on a page, read the first passage that sticks out to you. Interpret this as an insight and advice from the universe. The universe is reaching out to you, Capricorn. So pick up the book, pick it up, go. What is it? And it says, something fell out. And what is it? It says savings are warming up. Make your spirits bright. Okay. Aquarius, you may be making amends and clearing out your debts. The full moon stirs up activity in your eighth house of shared resources and vulnerability. You are more in tune with your feelings, making this a powerful time to extend yourself or someone else's compassion and forgiveness. This full moon may also coincide with feelings of grief, shame, or loss. You're closing one chapter so another can unfold. At the same time, this energy can also appear very matter of fact. And you've been paying down some financial debts or engaging in some discussions with a partner about your financial plan. Okay, so you're let go of for this time period, Aquarius, to bring in your self-healing practice. Your let go of is if financial investments or magical practices may need reevaluation, prompting sales or conclusion of certain practices for you. Your self-healing care, be honest with yourself about your hidden desires and the parts of your shadow self that you've actively reject. There is magic in reclaiming and accepting these pieces of yourself and your soul. Aquarius, you may be making amends and clearing out your debts. The full moon stirs up activity in your eighth house of shared resources and vulnerability. You are more in tune with your feelings, making this a powerful time to extend yourself or someone else's compassion and forgiveness. This full moon may also coincide with feelings of grief, shame, or loss. You're closing one chapter so another can unfold. At the same time, this energy can also appear very matter of fact. And you've been paying down some financial debts or engaging in some discussions with a partner about your financial plan. Okay, so you're let go of for this, Pisces. Your relationships are being tested this full moon, and your opposite side of Virgo activates your seventh house of one-on-one connections and contracts, practicality, Business relationships or a contract may come to a close or shift into a new phase. And personally, you could be faced with questions of whether relationships into which you are investing in the most energy are sustainable or reciprocal, or is it a mutual beneficial? Who is there a mutual beneficial energy? If you're single, you may choose to solidify your union, and if you're partnered, you could find yourself discussing pent-up frustrations with your significant other. Ultimately, it's time for you to make a decision that centers your interests and needs and not someone else's. Okay. So your let go off is around relationships, especially needing to have clear boundaries. That's in the spotlight, urging endings or adjustment for healthier dynamics for you. Your full moon self-care practice. Lean into uncomfortable conversations. Excuse me. If there's topics that you're avoiding in your relationship, whether it's with a roommate, your best friend, romantic partner, or creative collaborator, today you can experience relief and growth by choosing to address what has been unsaid. Pisces, your relationships are being tested this full moon, and your opposite side of Virgo activates your seventh house of one on one connections and contracts. Practicality, business relationships, or a contract may come to a close or shift into a new phase. And personally, you could be faced with questions of whether relationships into which you are investing in the most energy are sustainable or reciprocal, or is it a mutual beneficial? Who is there a mutual beneficial energy? If you're single, you may choose to solidify your union, and if you're partnered, you could find yourself discussing pent-up frustrations with your significant other. Okay, people, as we navigate through this full moon in Virgo, it's time to embrace the opportunities for letting go, for preparing, for planning that Virgo so loves to do. It's time to align your practical realities with your deepest dreams and ensuring your foundations are strong and that your future is bright, so that your future can be that. So, under this snow full moon, radiate the glow. Let's commit to one growth, to air growth as a whole for all humanity, grounding your aspirations into the fertile earth of reality and stepping toward with clarity and purpose. So let's all breathe in together. Bring your awareness into you, to this DNA skin suit, to and connect it into your heart. Drop that energy down into your keyhole, your earth purpose, as the energy goes all the way up through the top of your head, out to your higher self, to your God consciousness self. And in this moment, ask for clarity. Ask to be shown the pathway to clarity. Maybe it's a project you've been working on, something you've been thinking about letting go of. Bring it into your field and ask for clarity. And if it's yours to keep, then you can put it in your heart. And if it's not, you turn it loose into the world for the energy to return and to be that of energy to be repurposed and recycled for the highest good of all. Breathe that in. Thank you so much for being the light that you are, for coming to this planet and embodying in a DNA skin suit. This is Kimberly with Celestial Juju. Thanks for watching. Like, share, make comments, do all of those things that you do. And remember, go dance in the light of the moon. Be blessed. Bless your heart, and may you bless others.